Hi, today I'm going to be working on building a shelf for above our bed, and hopefully we'll be installing a light fixture for that wire that's just dangling in the background there. I've already got my pieces cut here and I've already stained them as well. I have my nailer and some glue, and I've got a little bracket that I made already out of pine. Usually I use pine for doing trim work, or if I'm building little things, shelves or whatever in trailers, because it's lightweight and it's easy to stain and work with, and it's also relatively inexpensive. This is scraps of plywood that I had left over from the bottom of the Murphy bed, so it's a finished grade plywood, and that's what I'm using for this. So I'm going to be installing it in this space here. It's not going to span the entire distance, mostly because of the sizes of scraps that I had. That's kind of what's dictating the size of this shelf. It's going to be attached here, but I've got a bracket built for over on this side, and it'll be big enough to fit a few white, I don't have them in here, but they're white baskets from IKEA for our clothes. And there's going to be a lip on the front of the shelf as well, so that the baskets don't go falling off when we're traveling. Got my support on the left and my bracket on the right, and we're going to put the shelf on now. There's the shelf up. There, I did end up finding one of the baskets that I was looking for, and I've got the shelf complete. So we've got the bracket, and then I glued and nailed this piece on the front and on the side, and then the bins are in there really snug. Here's Aaron with the light he installed. Do you want to explain how you did it?
I just took the bracket and screwed it to the wall. Yeah. Installed.
Okay, well, it's dark out now, and we did get done the couple things that we were hoping to get done today. This is the light fixture that Aaron installed for me. It's just a regular house fixture, and it's an exterior one, but that's okay. You can use it inside. I've used it like 10 different times. It's on our garage, it's in our kitchen. I had one in our living room at one point. It's cheap, and I like the look of it. I think it's around $35 or $40 maybe from Lowe's. The only thing with using a regular house fixture is that you do need to buy 12 volt light bulbs for it. I also did get a little switch for it that I drilled into the bottom to control it, because there's no switch on the wall that controls this light fixture. The old ones had the built-in switch for the RVs. And there is the shelf that I was working on, and I did find all the bins. They're up there, they fit nicely, and we've got a little room to spare at the end for books or cell phones or whatever. So yes, that's looking good. Oh, and I painted the end of the sofa there too, and the sofa is actually inside right now so that I can work on the cover in there. But it always feels good when you get to the point in a project where you can put pillows in their covers and fluff things up and make it look really pretty, even though you're standing right beside this. But at least you can check this off your list. I've also been working inside on the sofa cover, and I'm going to show you how I've done that. I started making this one way, but I decided that that's not really working, so I've got it all laid out in my living room here. I think I'm going to cut it apart and try something different. There's two sides to this couch, one here, and they're attached right now, but I think I might detach them and cover each side separately. I think that's going to work easier. So I've got both sides done. I think I said in the last little clip that I ended up detaching the two sides, and this is what it looks like. They're covered separately, and I did make it so that they could be removed to be washed if you needed to. It's not beautiful back here. I'm not really a real seamstress. I just kind of make things up as I go, and so there's some Velcro there if you needed to remove it, and that can help to tighten it up and make things fit nicer. And there it is installed. And then, you know how I said the size of the shelf was sort of decided based on what I had for scraps? Then sometimes it works out, and actually in this case it kind of frames the window nicely. But then when there's this awkward space left at the end, I'll just take something like a plant or something and put it there to make it look like the size was on purpose. And then I actually find that those parameters of having like deciding things based on the materials you have helps you make decisions, because then you don't have to try and decide, oh, how far is that shelf going to go, or should I butt it into the end, or you just do what you have based on the material. Thanks for joining us today as we finished up a few things. We've got some warmer weather coming this week. Thursday looks like it's going to be about 12 degrees Celsius, which is pretty much tropical for us here in Ontario after January and February. It'll be nice to be out here working, and I'll be sure to film some of that to update you. We'll see you next time.